and we'll play the sequence and go through some of the different sound settings. And I'll adjust the punch all the way down, the resonance. It's resonance and kind of like a volume boost, like a compressor as well. I didn't really understand this effect at first, frankly, and then now that I understand it, it's super useful to get a lot out of the device, and I actually leave it on as the master effect when I'm performing this, because you can filter stuff down, and as a DJ trained person, that makes a lot of sense to have a EQ type of a control. So let's start the sequence, and I'll show you. So this is going to be a two-pole filter. Turn this punch up. Pretty rich for a little digital device. It's a nice, nice filter, and you can program the frequency to be controlled by the LFO. So we'll open up the element LFO that I had going earlier, and we're going to turn it to affect the effects, and we want it to affect the blue knob, which is the frequency knob. Okay, so going back to the sequence, let's go back to that main screen, to the tape screen. I'm going to cut out the sequence that we recorded a tape earlier by lifting it. Gone. Now we have just the beat. Okay, so we'll go back. I'm going to record the sequence again, this time with the G-force. Kind of cool.
Wait, that has an accelerometer in it?
Yeah, totally. You can program it to any of the synth parameters or the effect parameters within the engines, and it's super useful to be able to kind of rock out. I don't have my preset with me, but there's a way to make it sound like a lightsaber. So for the music geeks in here, rock on. we all have a Star Wars foundation somewhere. Hey man, R2-D2 was pretty awesome, you know? ARP2-D2. Okay, so now the question becomes, great, I've got this little 2-bar loop, what do I do with it? How do I advance and make it more interesting and build on it? And so you can lift out, just like I was using lift to delete, and then drop again, but you can also do shift and lift, and that will lift out all 4 tracks within whatever loop section you have set up. So all 4 are going to go away, and we don't have anything on tape anymore. It's empty. Till I drop them again in the same place. Then I can drop them again. So now I actually have 2 loops of 8 beats. And a really neat technique, if you've got one of these and don't know about this or are planning to get one, and you want to arrange music this way, highlighting any section in the screen, it's a highlighted section is the blue color. If you hold shift and hit loop around any one of those highlighted pieces, it will automatically set your loop point to the song to that loop. Super, super useful for navigating your loop point around. So now we can go back, we can lift out this, this sequence here that we did with the G-force and do a different one. So now let's say if I want to make that to be a whole section, I can just go back to the beginning of the tape, hit in, and now it'll play both in sequence. Kind of the building blocks of audio, and so you can go through with your different four tracks of tape and start adding elements and building things. And you can even you can sing into the microphone or do whatever. I mean, I sampled some stuff from the kitchen sink with the built-in, or the kitchen dropping stuff in the kitchen sink with the built-in microphone, and it came out really cool. You can also plug in through the external input any stereo source, which could be microphone, iPod, whatever you want. I've sampled my Rhodes piano into it, and it's 16-bit 44.1. I mean, it's awesome. It's very clean. Okay, so moving on. I want to kind of take a second and talk about the to make a little piece of drum pattern like we did with the drums, but from the samples. So I want to showcase a little bit more about actually how to set start and stop points in the drum sample engine. So let me bring up the patch that we recorded the radio. I've got the LFO going. That's a synth. Oh, the sequence on, that's what's happening. It's actually playing a pattern already. Okay, so let's just say that I want to clear this. I hold down Shift and turn the blue knob, and it's going to wipe everything out. You can actually use the blue knob to go back and forth to wipe out single notes if you want. But I'm going to wipe the whole thing and we'll program something else in. So let's just pick some random stuff. And that sounds really crazy, but if we go back to the drum sample and start changing the sample sizes, you can get some really cool stuff. So let's just really quickly do this. I'm going to set that one to play to the end. Again, if I want to change the gain of that, I just hold Shift and turn the orange knob. You'll see the wave. You see the waveform grow in size. So you can actually do that granular type of stuff live too. If you go to the tape screen, start recording, and go to the drum sequence or the drum screen as it's recording, and then start changing start and stop points. You can do that. So let's hear the sequence back now that we kind of shorten everything up a bit. Still kind of crazy, so let's pull everything out and then program some other stuff with some rests in it, see what happens. Kind of neat. And that's just from random FM radio sampling. All of the samples I've ever used in this, I haven't really programmed anything where I've sampled a specific source. I've used the FM radio and kind of let randomness happen, and some really cool stuff has come out of that. I heard the SOS band on the radio one day, made something that there's a video up on YouTube, and then some rock and roll shit, which you'll hear in the OP-1 here towards the end, which actually kind of came out pretty soulful and non-rock and rollish, which was nice. So anyways, let's go back to the tape, and we'll go to advance to a next section here. Set a new in point, a new out point, and then record this to tape. Go back to this, make sure it's on the same track the other beat was on, which was track 2, and we'll do this. Okay, so that's in there. Now we can go to the synth, and we can program synth sounds with the same pattern engine. So let's go and do that. Let's find a good synth engine. Synth sound, though. Dr. Wave is kind of neat. Let's find a good patch, though. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Change the sequence mode, shift in sequence, and I'll go to pattern. Now it's that same interface, and we can program a sequence in here.